Good morning, Tartarian hunters. Well, I have to keep you really close to me today because, well, the false freedoms are back and the backs are out and about and they're very loud. Anyway, the building that I'm standing at is the Melbourne City Bathhouse. I've been busting to show you this, but it's had scaffolding over it the whole time. But check it out. This is, look at that, the Melbourne City Bathhouse. Lovely red brick, mud flooded. I'm on the other side of the road so I can show you the whole thing, but we will cross over in a minute. So, how are you all going? I haven't made a video for a while because I have had a toothache. Can you believe that? And it's been horrible because I couldn't get to the dentist because apparently in Melbourne that's not an essential service and you can't see a dentist unless you're double vaxxed. I unfortunately had a cracked tooth. So anyway, long story short, miserable 2 weeks, found a holistic dentist, thank God, treated me with colloidal silver, how civilized. And yeah, you can see how the scaffolding's still on it, but let's go have a look around. This red brick bathhouse. So here we are. So yeah, Tartarian hunters, like a lot has happened in the last couple of weeks, don't you reckon? Consciousness has shifted. I'm so excited because what's happening is by busting this program wide open, we lose respect for everything else, which means everything else. History, education, the law, the medical service, basically every living adult on the planet, apart from our small and yet awesome community. So I'm sorry the scaffolding thing, but you know, fucking hell, this could go on for years. You know what they're like? They're doing excavation and works on all the Tartarian structures around the city. So basically, here we go, ready? Set the scene, as usual. Apparently reserved as a bathhouse in 1850, and then in 1860 it was open to the public. Didn't say built, just opened to the public. And then in 1899 shut to the public, and then torn down. This is all bullshit. Obviously, this building was never torn down, and then rebuilt completely from scratch. Built from scratch in 1 year. Opened in 1903 and opened in 1904 as the public bathhouse. So, let's not forget, of course, because we like to just basically tell the same story 1,000 times over. It was rebuilt by an architect who won a competition, of course, because we love that. We love hosting these buildings to architects we've never heard of that win competitions. Anyway, so sorry the front's so fucking hard to show you, but let's have a look around here. Lovely towers on top. It's been so stripped of tech. And look at these mud flood streets going right up. So stripped, but so red. And this is in the city of Melbourne, just hanging out. It's such a gorgeous building, and it's a real shame I can't show you the front very well. Look at that. So getting back onto the streets, minus one tooth, feels good. Melbourne feels shite, as you guys would have witnessed. We have no freedoms. And it's really pissed me off this week because basically everyone who did as they were told and got vaxxed 10,000 times have all got their false freedoms back. At the same time, our Indigenous all around Australia are being rounded up by the army, exactly like they did with the stolen generation 200 years ago, taken away, forced into quarantine camps. I'm not kidding you. Forced into quarantine camps and forcefully vaccinated. And if they leave the camps, they get fined $5,000. It's so fucked. It's making my blood boil. So anyone who comes anywhere near me and tells me how great it is to have their freedom back so they can drink wine with their friends or go to a restaurant, at the same time this is happening to our Indigenous, I fucking scream my head off at them. Humans are very confused right now. They have zero idea of what's going on. So this is the Melbourne Bathhouse. I can't show you very much, but I just couldn't wait any longer. It took too long. So anyway, let's catch up on the show today with Campbell and have a good old bitch about everything. And FYI, 500,000 people to the Melbourne protest team. 500,000. Woo, we'll get 1 million this week. It's a massive growth from the 200 when Tui and I started 18 months ago. And you know, I've never been into protesting, but fucking hell, it's the only social event I enjoy right now. So fuck 'em.